In exercise 11-4, we are given the following information. The actual time spent for an oil change is 1 hour. The hourly rate is $12. We also pay payroll taxes, which is 10% of this $12. And the setup and downtime is 20% of actual labor hour. That's the 1 hour that we use. And there's another 30% on for cleanup and rest periods. We also pay fringe benefits, which is 25% of the actual labor, the hourly rate. So let's see how we would do this calculation over here. So let's start with the time. How much time are we spending on a job? So we start out with, we spend 1 hour on the actual oil and filter change. When we are looking at the setup and downtime, it's another 20%. So we add that 20%, that's 0.2. For cleanup and rest periods is 30%. So we add that 30% of 1, that's 0.3. And that tells me the total amount that I would allocate to the oil and filter change, 1.5 hours. Now let's look at the compensation. We already know the employees are paid $12 per hour. The employer has to pay payroll taxes on that number at the rate of 10%. The employer also gives fringe benefits to the employees, and that's costing the employer 25%. So what's the total cost to the employer per hour? The total cost to the employer per hour is $16.20, not just this $12. Now let's look at what the actual cost is for the job. The job is the oil change, okay? The allocated time, the budgeted time is 1.5 hours. The compensation is $16.20 per hour, and therefore the cost, the labor cost is $24.30 per hour. This is the budgeted. Now let's read through what they ask us in the exercise. We've done parts A, B, and C. In part A, they're telling us the oil change actually took 1.5 hours at the standard hourly rate. What was the variance? Okay. So here what we're looking at, it was 1.6. This number did not change. This stayed the same. So what happened over here? My cost went up. Okay. So was there any change in the price? The price was not different. Okay. And the hourly rate was not different. So there is no price variance. Where there's variance is the quantity, how much time was spent. Was this favorable or unfavorable? Unfavorable for the business. My employees spent more time on the job, which means I spent more time paying them than what I had budgeted for.